Maximal output, minimal effort. Written and published by Sonic Digest. In a world that often glorifies hustle and constant grinding, the notion of achieving more with less effort might seem counterintuitive. We are surrounded by stories of success tied to long hours, personal sacrifice, and endless striving. But while hard work is often lauded as the key to achievement, there is an alternative philosophy, one that values efficiency over sheer exertion. This approach challenges the traditional belief that success can only come through exhausting effort and relentless activity. The truth is, not all tasks hold equal weight. In fact, much of what we do in the name of progress is often noise, distractions disguised as productivity. The essence of this book is to introduce a more intentional way of thinking about work and life. It's not about cutting corners or shirking responsibility. It's about making deliberate choices that lead to higher output with less wasted effort. The key to this shift lies in understanding the power of leverage. The most successful individuals and organizations have learned how to do more with less, by leveraging their strengths, focusing on what truly matters, and cutting out the unnecessary. By directing energy toward the right activities and optimizing processes, it's possible to achieve the same, or often greater outcomes without the feeling of constantly being overwhelmed. This isn't a philosophy built on shortcuts, but on the smart application of time, resources, and mental energy. Maximal output, minimal effort is not about advocating for laziness. On the contrary, it emphasizes precision in action. It requires clear thinking, a deep understanding of priorities, and the ability to recognize what brings real value. The relentless pursuit of productivity for its own sake can lead to burnout, and burnout is the enemy of long-term success. Instead, focusing on efficiency allows for sustained momentum, where progress feels natural and fluid rather than forced. There's a stark difference between effort and impact. Often, we equate being busy with being productive. But busyness is not the same as effectiveness. Many people fill their days with low-value tasks, mistaking activity for accomplishment. This book is about escaping that trap, about finding ways to work smarter, not harder. By optimizing your time and energy, you can eliminate the unnecessary and focus on what truly moves the needle. This approach is about removing friction, both mental and physical, and allowing yourself to achieve what you're capable of without the drag of inefficiency. True efficiency is about doing fewer things, but doing them better. The world is increasingly complex, and the demands on our attention are greater than ever. To succeed in this environment, you don't need to work harder. You need to work more intelligently. This means creating systems, habits, and routines that help you get the most out of every minute, without overextending yourself. It's about harnessing the power of focus and flow, cutting out distractions and honing in on what truly matters. In doing so, you free yourself from the tyranny of busyness and embrace a life of purpose-driven productivity. The journey toward maximal output with minimal effort begins with a shift in mindset, a recognition that endless toil is not the path to greatness. It's about embracing a new way of thinking, one where efficiency is valued over busyness and where smart work always trumps hard work. The principles outlined in this book are not about doing less for the sake of doing less, but about achieving more by focusing on what matters most. Chapter 1. Understanding the 80-20 Principle. The 80-20 principle, often referred to as Pareto's Law, holds a simple yet profound truth. A small fraction of our efforts leads to the majority of our outcomes. This isn't just a mathematical curiosity. It's a lens through which you can view the world around you, revealing hidden patterns of inefficiency and untapped potential. Understanding and applying this principle can transform not only the way you work, but how you approach life as a whole. In nearly every area, business, relationships, personal growth, or even health, the principle remains consistent. a minority of actions lead to the bulk of rewards. In business, for instance, a handful of clients often generate the majority of revenue. Similarly, a few key habits will create the most significant improvements in personal development. Recognizing this allows you to stop spreading yourself too thin and start focusing on what truly moves the needle. The first step to leveraging the 80-20 principle is learning to identify your high-impact activities. These are the tasks that produce outsized results relative to the time, energy, and resources they require. Not all work is created equal, and not all effort leads to meaningful progress. Identifying your 20% means isolating those actions that, when done well, lead to the greatest outcomes. This isn't always easy, as many tasks may seem urgent or important on the surface, but offer little in the way of meaningful returns. One of the keys to uncovering your 20% is the ability to evaluate tasks through a results-focused lens. Rather than getting lost in the whirlwind of daily to-dos, ask yourself, which tasks, if accomplished, will bring me closer to my goals? Focus on actions that deliver long-term value rather than quick, shallow wins. By directing your energy toward the critical few, you begin to experience a shift from busyness to effectiveness. On the other side of the equation lies the 80%, the bulk of tasks and activities that drain your time but offer little reward. These low-value tasks might feel necessary, but they often keep you busy without moving you forward. Eliminating or delegating this 80% is crucial to unlocking your full potential. The challenge is in recognizing that much of what we do is either habitual or stems from a sense of obligation rather than true necessity. Delegation is one of the most powerful strategies for reducing low-impact work. Delegation doesn't just free up time, it frees up mental bandwidth, allowing you to focus on high-leverage tasks. This could mean automating routine processes, outsourcing responsibilities, or even empowering others in your team or network to handle tasks that do not require your direct involvement. The goal is not simply to shift work around, but to ensure that your attention remains where it matters most. Eliminating the unnecessary is another powerful tactic. Sometimes tasks that once seemed vital have outlived their usefulness. Periodically auditing your workflow helps uncover inefficiencies, projects that no longer align with your goals, routines that add little value, and obligations that can be discarded. Simplifying your workload often leads to sharper focus and deeper fulfillment, as you are no longer weighed down by tasks that don't contribute to your progress. The 80-20 principle teaches that the quality of your work far outweighs the quantity. Working longer hours or multitasking across multiple projects is often counterproductive when only a fraction of what you do truly counts. Instead, your goal should be to maximize the impact of each hour, of each task, by consistently focusing on the essential few that drive the majority of your success. Chapter 2. The Science of Energy Management. The conventional wisdom around time management tells us that the more efficiently we can organize our hours, the more productive we'll be. But this overlooks a critical factor: energy. Time is a finite resource, but energy, the physical, mental, and emotional fuel we bring to our work, fluctuates throughout the day. It's not enough to manage time if our energy levels are depleted or misaligned with the tasks at hand. True productivity comes from aligning the most important work with the moments when our energy is at its peak. We've been conditioned to believe that all hours are created equal, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The problem with time management is that it assumes we're equally capable of performing at our best no matter the time of day or how we feel. However, there are certain hours when our focus sharpens, our creativity peaks, and our mental clarity is at its strongest. These peak performance hours are unique to each individual, and learning to identify and maximize them can lead to exponential gains in productivity. To maximize these windows of peak performance, self-awareness is key. Pay attention to your natural rhythms. When do you feel most energized, focused, and capable of tackling complex tasks? For some, it's early in the morning when the mind is fresh. For others, the afternoon or evening brings a surge of creativity. Recognizing these patterns allows you to schedule high-impact work during these periods, ensuring that your most important tasks receive your best energy. Equally important is the recognition that not all tasks demand the same type of energy. Deep, focused work, such as strategic thinking, problem-solving, or creative endeavors, requires high mental and emotional energy. These tasks should be reserved for your peak hours. On the other hand, low-energy tasks, like answering emails or attending routine meetings, can be saved for the moments when your energy wanes. This strategic alignment of energy and tasks ensures that you're not wasting your prime hours on activities that could easily be handled during less productive times. However, no matter how well you manage your peak hours, continuous output without breaks will inevitably lead to burnout. The human body and mind are not designed for relentless, uninterrupted exertion. Just as muscles need recovery after physical exercise, the mind requires periods of rest to function optimally. This is why rest and recovery are not indulgences. They are essential elements of peak performance. Pushing through fatigue may seem productive in the short term, but it depletes your ability to sustain focus and creativity over the long haul. Rest is not merely about sleep, though that is a cornerstone of recovery. True rest encompasses mental breaks, downtime, and moments of reflection throughout the day. These intervals allow your brain to reset and re-energize, helping you maintain high levels of concentration and avoid mental fatigue. Short, purposeful breaks during intense work sessions can refresh your mind, allowing you to return to tasks with renewed clarity and vigor. Active recovery, such as meditation, light physical activity, or spending time in nature, can be just as effective as passive rest in replenishing energy. These practices calm the mind and body, reducing stress and increasing your capacity to return to work with heightened focus. The irony is that rest, when properly integrated into your routine, can actually lead to greater output than if you were to push through without pause. Balancing periods of intense effort with deliberate recovery creates a sustainable cycle of energy management. This holistic approach acknowledges that working smarter requires an understanding of your own limits and a willingness to respect them. By prioritizing energy over time, you're not only optimizing your productivity, but also cultivating a healthier, more balanced relationship with work. The goal is not to achieve fleeting bursts of productivity, but to maintain consistent, high-quality output over the long term. The science of energy management reveals that success is not about how many hours you put in, but about how effectively you harness your energy during those hours. Chapter 3. Leverage Systems, Not Willpower. The pursuit of success often comes with the misconception that sheer willpower is the key to achievement. Society tends to celebrate those who appear to overcome endless obstacles through grit and determination. But willpower, much like energy, is a finite resource. It can be easily depleted by decision fatigue, stress, and distractions. Relying solely on willpower to push through every challenge is an inefficient strategy, especially when there are smarter, more sustainable ways to reach your goals. The truth is, those who achieve great success consistently do so not because they have an extraordinary amount of willpower, but because they have built systems that allow them to perform at their best with minimal friction. A system removes the need for constant decision-making and reduces the reliance on motivation or self-discipline. It's a structured approach that ensures progress, even when willpower is low. Building systems for success is about automating or simplifying tasks that are repetitive but necessary. These are the everyday actions that might not seem significant in isolation, but over time contribute substantially to your overall productivity and success. Automation can take many forms, from leveraging technology to streamline routine tasks to setting up schedules or processes that keep things moving forward without your constant input. The goal is to create an environment where productivity happens naturally, rather than requiring constant mental effort. For example, consider how much time and energy is wasted on decisions that could be pre-made or automated. Deciding what to eat, when to exercise, or even which task to tackle next can drain your mental resources if you're starting from scratch each time. By systematizing these decisions, whether through meal planning, structured routines, or task prioritization, you free up your mind for more important matters. Systems allow you to operate with greater efficiency, ensuring that essential tasks get done with minimal effort. Setting up your environment to make success inevitable is another crucial element of reducing reliance on willpower. The space around you, both physically and mentally, plays a huge role in determining how easily you can stay on track. A cluttered, distracting environment requires constant self-discipline to maintain focus, while an environment optimized for productivity makes staying focused the default option. This is why many high achievers design their workspaces, schedules, and even social environments to remove temptations and distractions, making the path to success as frictionless as possible. One of the most effective ways to leverage systems over willpower is through the creation of rituals. Rituals are the small, repeated actions that prime you for success by making good habits automatic. Unlike random or sporadic efforts, rituals embed success into your routine, ensuring that progress is consistent without requiring extraordinary effort. These rituals might be morning routines that set the tone for the day, or evening wind-down routines that prepare your mind and body for rest. Over time, these seemingly small actions compound, leading to significant results. What makes rituals so powerful is their ability to eliminate the need for conscious effort. Once a habit becomes ingrained through repetition, it operates on autopilot, freeing up your cognitive resources for more creative and strategic thinking. This is why athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs alike rely on rituals. They understand that the path to mastery is paved not by occasional bursts of willpower, but by consistent, deliberate action over time. For example, an athlete doesn't wake up every day debating whether or not to train. Training is part of their ritual, embedded into their lifestyle in such a way that it happens without negotiation. Similarly, in the world of business, the most successful individuals have systems in place to ensure that critical tasks get done, whether it's through automated processes, scheduled check-ins, or daily habits designed to move projects forward. By turning important actions into non-negotiable parts of your routine, you ensure that success becomes inevitable. The beauty of building systems and creating rituals is that they not only make success more attainable, but also make the process of achieving it feel more effortless. By reducing decision fatigue, eliminating distractions, and establishing habits that align with your goals, you create an environment where progress is the default state. Success becomes less about battling against your own willpower and more about letting the systems and habits you've built carry you forward. Chapter 4. The Power of Focused Work. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to focus on a single task has become increasingly rare, yet it remains one of the most powerful tools for achieving meaningful results. Modern life often encourages multitasking, the belief that juggling several tasks at once makes us more efficient. But the reality is that multitasking doesn't make us more productive. It scatters our attention and leads to superficial engagement with the work we're doing. Each time we switch between tasks, we incur a cognitive cost that reduces the depth and quality of our output. This myth of multitasking has permeated our culture, but those who achieve the most impactful results understand that true progress comes from deep, focused work. Focused work is where creativity, innovation, and high-level problem-solving thrive. When the mind is free from distractions, it enters a state of flow, a period where time seems to disappear and the quality of work reaches new heights. In this state, tasks that once seemed complex become more manageable, and breakthroughs often occur. The challenge is not in the work itself, but in creating the conditions necessary to maintain focus long enough to reach that state of deep engagement. Mastering deep work is not something that happens by chance. It requires intentional practice. One of the most effective ways to cultivate deep work is by structuring your day to include prolonged periods of uninterrupted focus. This means protecting your time from distractions and resisting the temptation to check emails, social media, or engage in low-value tasks while you're working on something important. It's not just about doing more. It's about doing the right kind of work with full concentration. This is where the real gains in productivity and progress happen. To facilitate this, it's helpful to design an environment that supports focus. This could mean creating a dedicated workspace free from distractions, setting specific times for deep work sessions, and even communicating with others that during these times, interruptions are off limits. The brain requires time to fully immerse itself in complex tasks, and any break in concentration forces it to start the process all over again, wasting valuable mental energy. One of the most effective tools for maintaining focus over extended periods is the Pomodoro technique. This time-blocking strategy breaks work into manageable intervals, usually 25 minutes of focused work followed by a short break. This method works by keeping your mind fresh and preventing mental fatigue from setting in. The structure allows you to sustain high levels of concentration without the burnout that comes from long, unbroken hours of work. As each Pomodoro session ends, the short break provides a mental reset, giving your brain the recovery it needs to dive back into focused work for the next round. For those who thrive in longer periods of uninterrupted focus, another strategy is time blocking larger chunks of the day for deep work. Whether it's 2 hours in the morning or 3 hours in the afternoon, the key is to make these blocks sacred. During these times, the focus is entirely on the task at hand, with no room for distractions. Over time, this practice becomes a habit, and as the habit strengthens, the ability to enter a state of flow happens more quickly and with less effort. An essential part of maintaining focus is managing mental fatigue. The brain can only sustain deep concentration for so long before it starts to tire. Incorporating regular scheduled breaks into your routine ensures that you avoid burnout and can return to work with renewed clarity and energy. This isn't about working less. It's about working in a way that maximizes your ability to focus when it matters most. The challenge of focused work lies in consistency. It's not enough to engage in deep work occasionally. The real benefits come from making it a regular part of your routine. This means creating boundaries around your time and energy, cutting out low-value activities, and setting clear priorities for what needs your attention. Over time, this practice leads to a heightened ability to concentrate for longer periods, greater productivity, and more meaningful results. By understanding the power of focused work and learning how to cultivate it, you can accomplish more in less time and with greater satisfaction. Chapter 5. Simplification for Maximum Efficiency. Simplicity is often the secret weapon of those who achieve extraordinary results. In a world overflowing with choices, tasks, and distractions, complexity can suffocate progress. Simplification, on the other hand, creates clarity and allows for focus on what truly matters. When every task, tool, and process is stripped down to its essential components, efficiency naturally follows. The more complexity you remove, the more space you create for meaningful work and high-impact decisions. Simplifying your workflow begins with a ruthless examination of how you spend your time and energy. Many people clutter their daily routines with unnecessary tasks, redundant steps, and inefficient tools, all of which dilute their focus and productivity. The goal is to streamline everything, whether it's your communication systems, the tools you use, or the way you approach your work. Each task should serve a clear purpose, and every process should be designed for optimal efficiency. In practical terms, this means eliminating redundancies, automating repetitive actions, and cutting out anything that doesn't contribute directly to your primary goals. One of the most effective ways to simplify your workflow is by focusing on essentialism, the practice of doing fewer things but doing them better. Instead of trying to be everywhere, handling every responsibility, or managing every detail, the most productive individuals concentrate on the few tasks that have the most significant impact. This requires a clear understanding of your priorities, which brings us to the art of prioritization. Prioritization is the ability to discern between what is urgent and what is truly important. The two are not always the same. Urgency can trick us into thinking that a task needs immediate attention, but often these are distractions that pull us away from the work that actually moves the needle. By contrast, tasks that are important but not urgent are often the ones that lead to long-term success. These are the activities that align with your core objectives, create lasting value, and propel you toward your larger goals. To prioritize effectively, you must be willing to make hard choices. Not every task or opportunity deserves your time. One of the most powerful skills in achieving maximum efficiency is the ability to say no, especially to good opportunities that are not great ones. It's tempting to want to say yes to every project, every meeting, and every request for help. But spreading yourself too thin ensures that you do nothing exceptionally well. When you say no to things that are peripheral, you free up mental and emotional bandwidth to fully engage with what truly matters. Saying no is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It's an acknowledgement that your time and energy are finite resources that should be protected. Many successful people attribute much of their progress to the practice of declining commitments that don't align with their most important goals. By doing so, they are able to channel their energy into fewer, higher-impact activities that generate real results. Every yes to an unnecessary commitment is a no to something more valuable. The power of simplification doesn't only apply to tasks and processes, it also applies to mental and emotional clutter. Your mind, just like your calendar, can become overloaded with irrelevant thoughts, worries, and distractions. To perform at your highest level, it's essential to declutter your mental space as well. Simplifying your thoughts means learning to let go of perfectionism, self-doubt, and the urge to micromanage every detail. It means focusing only on what you can control and releasing unnecessary worries that drain your energy. Creating space, both in your workflow and in your mind, allows for greater creativity, sharper decision-making, and a more intentional approach to your work. When your environment and your thoughts are streamlined, you can operate with greater precision and effectiveness. The practice of simplification isn't about doing less for the sake of it. It's about focusing on what truly drives progress and discarding the rest. By simplifying your workflow, prioritizing with intention, and learning to say no to distractions, you can achieve maximum efficiency and make space for what really matters. This approach not only boosts productivity, but also reduces stress, as you are no longer overwhelmed by an unmanageable to-do list. Instead, you are working with purpose and clarity, knowing that every action you take is directly contributing to your most meaningful goals. Chapter 6. Leverage Technology and Automation. In an era defined by rapid technological advancements, leveraging the right tools is not just an option, but a necessity for maximizing productivity. Technology has reshaped how we approach work, offering solutions that allow us to automate routine tasks, streamline workflows, and focus more on high-value activities. For those seeking to achieve more with less effort, harnessing technology effectively can be the difference between staying afloat and truly excelling. The first step toward leveraging technology is identifying the areas of your work or life that consume the most time without contributing significant value. These are often mundane, repetitive tasks that must be done, but don't necessarily require your direct input. For instance, managing emails, scheduling meetings, tracking time, and organizing files can easily consume hours if not properly managed. By incorporating productivity tools, you can automate these functions, freeing up time and mental energy for tasks that require more creativity, strategy, or problem solving. There are countless tools and apps available that are designed to boost productivity by automating everyday tasks. For example, email management software can filter, sort, and categorize incoming messages, allowing you to focus only on those that require immediate attention. Task management apps can track deadlines, assign priorities, and even remind you of upcoming commitments, all while keeping you organized and on top of your workload. Cloud-based platforms allow for seamless file sharing and collaboration, eliminating the need for back-and-forth emails and manual updates. Automation, when implemented thoughtfully, can transform how you work. The key is to start small, identifying simple, repetitive tasks that can be automated without disrupting your existing workflow. For instance, consider setting up autoresponders for routine inquiries, using scheduling apps to manage meetings, or implementing project management tools that track progress and updates in real time. Each of these small steps adds up, cumulatively saving you time and effort. Take inventory of your daily tasks and ask yourself, which of these can be automated? It could be something as straightforward as social media posting, where scheduling tools allow you to plan and automate posts for weeks in advance. It could be accounting, where invoicing and bookkeeping software eliminates manual data entry. Automating these tasks doesn't just save time, it also ensures consistency, reduces the chance of human error, and allows you to focus your attention on the strategic aspects of your work. But technology's real value isn't just in automating tasks. It also lies in how it enables smarter decision-making. By using data analytics tools, for example, you can gain insights into your performance, identify trends, and make adjustments to improve outcomes. Whether you're tracking sales, managing a project, or analyzing personal productivity, these tools allow you to work smarter, not harder. Beyond personal productivity, there is tremendous value in delegating tasks to others, and this is where technology and human resources intersect. Outsourcing has become increasingly accessible, thanks to platforms that connect skilled professionals with those who need specialized tasks done. Whether it's hiring a virtual assistant to manage administrative duties, finding a graphic designer to handle creative tasks, or working with a consultant to tackle a strategic challenge, outsourcing allows you to delegate work to those who can do it better or faster, freeing you to focus on your core competencies. Effective delegation involves knowing when to let go. It's easy to feel that no one else can handle a task as well as you, but this mindset is limiting. Successful leaders and high achievers understand that their time is their most valuable resource. They choose to delegate not because they can't do the task themselves, but because their energy and focus are better spent on higher-level decisions and strategic work. The key to successful delegation lies in clear communication, setting expectations, and ensuring that the person or team you delegate to has the tools and resources needed to complete the task efficiently. By combining automation with delegation, you create a system that runs smoothly without constant oversight. Imagine a scenario where your routine tasks are handled by software. Your more complex tasks are delegated to capable individuals, and your time is spent focusing on the big picture, setting long-term goals, solving strategic challenges, and driving innovation. Technology also empowers you to manage these systems effectively. With project management software, you can keep track of delegated tasks, monitor progress in real time, and provide feedback where necessary. This reduces the need for constant check-ins and ensures that work is completed to your standard without requiring your constant involvement. The ability to leverage both technology and people to their fullest potential is what separates high performers from those who struggle under the weight of endless tasks. By embracing automation, strategically delegating work, and using technology to amplify your productivity, you create a working environment that maximizes output with minimal effort. Chapter 7. Mindset Shifts for Maximum Efficiency. Efficient work isn't just about tools and techniques. It begins with a mindset that drives how you approach challenges, obstacles, and opportunities. Shifting your mental framework can be the most powerful step toward achieving maximum results with minimal effort. At the core of this transformation is the recognition that how you think about work, success, and effort shapes the quality of your output. Adopting a mindset that values efficiency doesn't mean cutting corners. It means using your mental energy in ways that make your work smarter, not harder. One of the foundational mindset shifts involves embracing the idea of growth over a fixed way of thinking. People who operate with a growth mindset understand that skills, intelligence, and talents can be developed over time through learning and experience. This kind of thinking encourages a focus on strategies that yield high returns without requiring unnecessary effort. In contrast, a fixed mindset leads individuals to believe that their abilities are set in stone, pushing them to work tirelessly within the limits of what they think they already know. When you believe that your potential can expand, you're more likely to look for creative, efficient solutions rather than relying on sheer effort. This shift in perspective invites another key transformation: letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism often masquerades as a desire for excellence, but in reality, it's one of the biggest barriers to efficiency. Perfectionists tend to get stuck in cycles of overworking tasks that don't need additional attention, redoing work to meet unrealistic standards, or hesitating to complete projects out of fear that the final result won't be flawless. The pursuit of perfection leads to diminishing returns. The additional time and energy spent fine-tuning details often do little to enhance the final outcome. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, you not only complete tasks faster, but also leave room for reflection and improvement over time. When you adopt a more pragmatic approach to work, you can achieve high standards without the stress and inefficiency that perfectionism creates. This mindset shift isn't about lowering your expectations, but about realizing that excellence can be achieved through thoughtful, deliberate actions rather than excessive toil. Learning to recognize when a task is good enough, and knowing that good enough often leads to great over time, frees you from the paralysis of perfectionism and opens the door to greater efficiency. Another critical mindset shift for maximizing efficiency is embracing flexibility. The modern world changes rapidly, and the ability to adapt is crucial to staying productive. Holding on to rigid processes or being too attached to a specific way of doing things can limit your ability to innovate and find more efficient methods. Efficiency often requires experimentation and the willingness to pivot when necessary. Sometimes the most efficient path isn't the one you initially envisioned, but the one that becomes clearer as you progress. Flexibility also means being open to adjusting your strategies when they're no longer serving you. Efficient thinkers are comfortable with letting go of outdated practices and adopting new ones that better align with current circumstances. The ability to recognize when something isn't working and make quick adjustments can save you countless hours of effort. Instead of forcing a particular method to work, efficient thinkers remain open to alternatives and solutions that might be more aligned with the evolving demands of the situation. Beyond individual tasks, this adaptability applies to long-term strategies as well. In a world where industries, markets, and technology evolve rapidly, those who are able to continually learn, adapt, and pivot their strategies will stay ahead. Flexibility isn't about being reactive. It's about being proactive in identifying new opportunities for improvement and capitalizing on them before they become necessary. Lastly, cultivating resilience in the face of setbacks and challenges is essential for maintaining efficiency. Setbacks are inevitable, but how you respond to them determines whether they derail your progress or become stepping stones to better outcomes. Those who maintain an efficient mindset see obstacles as opportunities to refine their approach, learning valuable lessons that help them avoid wasted effort in the future. Instead of viewing failures as reasons to give up, they see them as feedback to inform their next steps. By integrating these mindset shifts, growth over fixed, progress over perfectionism, and flexibility over rigidity, you unlock the ability to produce more meaningful results without getting bogged down by unnecessary effort. It's not just about working faster. It's about working in a way that optimizes your energy, talents, and time, leaving space for reflection, growth, and even joy in the process. Chapter 8: Minimalism in Life and Work. The concept of minimalism goes beyond aesthetics or reducing possessions. At its core, it is about removing the unnecessary to make space for what truly matters. In both life and work, this approach has profound implications for achieving clarity, focus, and productivity. The world today is filled with distractions, noise, and clutter, both physical and mental, that often prevent us from reaching our full potential. By embracing minimalism, we can strip away the superfluous, leaving behind only the essential elements that drive progress and success. Decluttering your physical environment is often the first step toward a more minimalist mindset. A cluttered space can weigh heavily on the mind, creating an atmosphere of chaos that mirrors the mental clutter we accumulate over time. By clearing unnecessary items from your surroundings, you create a space that invites calm, focus, and purpose. Each item you keep should serve a function, whether it enhances your work, brings joy, or supports your overall well-being. The energy once lost in maintaining or navigating through clutter can then be redirected toward meaningful tasks and goals. But physical decluttering is just the beginning. Perhaps even more important is the mental decluttering that must take place. We carry around unnecessary mental baggage, overthinking, excessive worrying, or holding on to unproductive thoughts that drains our energy and slows our progress. Clearing your mental space means being intentional about what you allow into your mind. It involves practicing mindfulness, letting go of mental habits that don't serve you, and creating mental clarity that allows you to focus on high-priority tasks. When your mind is uncluttered, you can think more clearly, make better decisions, and focus on what truly moves the needle in both your personal and professional life. Minimalism in work doesn't mean doing less. It means focusing on the right things. A minimalist approach to work involves cutting out unnecessary tasks, meetings, and commitments that don't add real value. Too often, we fill our days with busy work, mistaking activity for productivity. Streamlining your work processes can eliminate these time wasters, allowing you to concentrate on high-impact activities. By simplifying your workflow, you can achieve more in less time, with less effort. This could mean automating routine tasks, reducing the number of tools you use, or focusing on one task at a time rather than juggling multiple projects that dilute your attention. Decision-making is another area where minimalism can have a transformative impact. The mental energy required to make constant decisions can be exhausting, leading to decision fatigue. A minimalist mindset encourages you to simplify your choices, making fewer but more deliberate decisions. By establishing routines, habits, and guidelines for recurring decisions, you can conserve your mental energy for the decisions that truly matter. This allows you to act with greater clarity and purpose without being overwhelmed by trivial choices throughout the day. The benefits of minimalism extend beyond just work. They seep into your lifestyle, offering profound improvements to your overall well-being. Living simply fosters a sense of peace and clarity that carries over into every aspect of life. When you simplify your possessions, commitments, and lifestyle, you reduce stress and free up mental space for creativity and innovation. A simple lifestyle removes distractions, allowing you to be fully present in each moment and giving you the bandwidth to focus on the things that bring fulfillment and satisfaction. The impact of living minimally can be seen most clearly in how it influences your productivity. When you're not bogged down by excessive clutter, endless choices, or unnecessary commitments, your mind is free to focus on the tasks that truly matter. Simplifying your life enhances your ability to prioritize effectively, helping you cut through the noise and concentrate on what aligns with your goals. It reduces the chances of burnout and encourages a more sustainable, fulfilling approach to both work and life. In embracing minimalism, you are not depriving yourself, but rather enriching your life by focusing only on what adds value. The energy, time, and mental clarity gained from decluttering your environment and streamlining your work can be reinvested into pursuits that align with your deeper purpose, ultimately leading to greater fulfillment and success. Chapter 9. The Role of Collaboration and Team Efficiency. Collaboration is a powerful force that can significantly amplify productivity and efficiency when harnessed effectively. A collaborative environment is not merely about working alongside others, but about creating a culture where teamwork seamlessly integrates into daily operations, leading to heightened collective output. For teams to work together successfully, the foundation must be built on trust, respect, and a shared vision. When individuals are aligned with common goals and values, collaboration flourishes naturally, reducing friction and enhancing overall performance. Establishing a collaborative environment involves cultivating a culture that values open communication, mutual support, and shared objectives. This starts with encouraging a mindset that embraces collective problem-solving rather than individual heroics. When team members feel their contributions are valued and their perspectives are considered, they are more likely to engage actively and share their insights. Leadership plays a critical role in this process by modeling collaborative behaviors, fostering inclusivity, and providing opportunities for team members to work together on projects. Creating spaces for informal interactions, such as brainstorming sessions or team-building activities, can also strengthen relationships and promote a sense of camaraderie that enhances collaboration. Effective communication is essential for reducing effort and preventing misunderstandings. In a collaborative setting, streamlining communication means ensuring that information flows smoothly and reaches all relevant parties without unnecessary duplication or delays. Clear, concise, and purposeful communication minimizes the need for excessive meetings and reduces the risk of misalignment. Leveraging tools such as project management software, shared digital workspaces, and real-time communication platforms can help keep everyone on the same page. It's important to establish protocols that define how and when information should be shared, and to foster an environment where team members feel comfortable asking questions and providing feedback. Delegation, when executed properly, can significantly enhance team efficiency and effectiveness. Delegation involves entrusting tasks and responsibilities to others while providing them with the authority and resources needed to succeed. The key to successful delegation lies in aligning tasks with individual strengths and expertise, which ensures that work is completed efficiently and to a high standard. Micromanagement, on the other hand, can stifle creativity and hinder productivity. Instead of overseeing every detail, effective delegation involves setting clear expectations, providing necessary support, and then stepping back to allow team members to take ownership of their tasks. This approach not only empowers individuals but also fosters a sense of accountability and commitment to the team's goals. In practice, effective delegation also includes providing constructive feedback and recognizing achievements. Regular check-ins and progress reviews help ensure that tasks are on track and provide an opportunity to address any issues that may arise. By celebrating successes and acknowledging contributions, you reinforce positive behavior and encourage continued engagement from team members. Encouraging collaboration and delegation can lead to a more dynamic and efficient team environment, where collective effort drives superior results. It fosters a culture where individuals are motivated by shared goals, clear communication, and a sense of responsibility. When teams work in harmony, leveraging each member's unique skills and perspectives, they achieve a level of productivity and innovation that surpasses what individuals could accomplish alone. This collaborative approach not only maximizes output, but also creates a more fulfilling and engaging work experience for everyone involved. Chapter 10. Achieving Sustainable Success. Sustainable success hinges on the ability to maintain high performance while minimizing effort over time. Achieving this balance requires the establishment of long-term systems that are resilient and adaptable. Building these systems involves creating frameworks and processes that consistently support productivity without necessitating constant reinvention. It means setting up routines and structures that streamline operations and reduce the need for frequent, intense bursts of effort. Successful systems often include automated processes, efficient workflows, and regular evaluations to ensure they remain effective and relevant. Developing such systems starts with understanding the core functions of your work and identifying areas where efficiency can be maximized. This might involve automating repetitive tasks, standardizing procedures, or employing technology to manage resources effectively. By doing so, you free up time and mental energy, allowing you to focus on higher-value activities that drive continued growth and success. It's essential to regularly review and refine these systems to address emerging challenges and opportunities, ensuring that they continue to support your goals and adapt to changing circumstances. Continuous improvement, often captured by the Kaizen philosophy, plays a crucial role in achieving and maintaining sustainable success. This approach emphasizes the value of incremental, ongoing improvements rather than seeking dramatic, overnight changes. By focusing on small, manageable enhancements, you create a culture of constant progress that accumulates over time. This mindset encourages regular reflection on processes and outcomes, seeking out minor adjustments that can lead to significant gains in efficiency and effectiveness. Implementing this philosophy involves creating feedback loops, encouraging experimentation, and fostering an environment where continuous learning is valued and supported. In practical terms, continuous improvement involves setting clear, achievable goals and regularly assessing performance against these benchmarks. It requires a commitment to evaluating processes and outcomes, seeking input from team members, and being open to new ideas and methods. By embracing a mindset of perpetual refinement, you can ensure that your systems and strategies evolve to meet the demands of an ever-changing landscape, thus supporting long-term success. Celebrating progress rather than striving for unattainable perfection is essential for maintaining motivation and sustaining high performance. Recognizing and acknowledging small victories helps to reinforce positive behavior and keeps you and your team energized. It creates a sense of accomplishment and momentum, which fuels continued effort and engagement. This practice involves setting intermediate milestones and celebrating their achievement, thereby highlighting the progress made toward larger goals. Acknowledging progress can also involve reflecting on personal and team growth, appreciating improvements in skills or processes, and rewarding efforts that contribute to overall success. By focusing on what has been achieved rather than what remains to be done, you foster a positive and motivating environment that encourages ongoing commitment and effort. This approach not only supports sustained performance, but also enhances overall well-being and satisfaction, making the pursuit of success a more rewarding and sustainable endeavor. Conclusion: the power of less for more. The essence of achieving maximal output with minimal effort lies in the transformative power of optimizing resources and focusing on what truly matters. This philosophy is built on the principle that by honing in on high-impact activities and streamlining processes, you can achieve exceptional results without expending unnecessary effort. It's about shifting away from the traditional notion that relentless hard work is the sole path to success, and instead embracing a more strategic approach that leverages efficiency, technology, and smart decision-making. To fully realize the benefits of this approach, it is crucial to adopt a mindset centered around purposeful effort and intelligent execution. This involves identifying and prioritizing activities that yield the greatest returns, simplifying workflows to eliminate inefficiencies, and leveraging tools and systems that enhance productivity. By focusing on these elements, you can create a work environment that supports sustained high performance while reducing burnout and stress. Practical steps to implement this framework can be taken immediately. Begin by assessing your current workflows and identifying areas where efficiency can be improved. Look for tasks that can be automated or delegated and explore tools and technologies that can streamline your processes. Establish routines and systems that support your goals and consistently evaluate their effectiveness to ensure they continue to serve your needs. Develop a habit of prioritizing tasks based on their impact and aligning your efforts with your overarching objectives. Embrace the philosophy of continuous improvement by making small, incremental changes that enhance your productivity and effectiveness. Celebrate your progress along the way to maintain motivation and momentum. As you embark on this journey, remember that the process of refining and adapting your approach is ongoing. Embrace the challenge of consistently evaluating and adjusting your strategies to align with evolving goals and circumstances. By committing to this approach, you open the door to personal and professional growth, achieving a balance between effort and results that supports long-term success and fulfillment. Incorporating these principles into your daily life and work will not only lead to improved outcomes, but also foster a more satisfying and sustainable path to achieving your aspirations. The journey towards maximizing output with minimal effort is a continuous process of learning, adapting, and growing. Embrace this journey with enthusiasm and a willingness to evolve, and you will find that less truly can lead to more.